The MasterChef semi-finals continue. After 4 weeks of intense competition, 40 home cooks have been whittled down to the best 10.
I think I'm fine.
Yay!
Don't let me down.
I keep saying to my husband, yeah, I think I'll be home today, you know, and it's not happened yet. So fingers crossed, it doesn't happen today.
I feel somehow more nervous. When you get to this stage, expectations of what you're going to deliver are higher, and so they should be.
This point in the competition is getting exciting. It's pushing me out of my comfort zone and it's making me think about food day and night.
Getting to this stage, everyone is a brilliant cook. So today I just need to cook my best. The final is where I want to be.
I'm really excited to be back in the kitchen. There's something about that kitchen that I really enjoy. I'm in the zone, I'm happy, so I'm looking forward to going back in there.
Last time, the first group of 5 returned, and Stefan and Mark were sent home. Tonight, the second group are back. First, they will have to impress legendary chef Marcus Waring for the chance to cook in their first professional kitchen.
Unfortunately, we're having to redo 3, so if you could just apologise to our lovely guests. They've cooked some amazing food so far in this competition. From here on in, they're going to have to wow.
I think all of them got more to show, and I think we're just about to get a glimmer of how good they could be. Welcome back, you 5. I know today comes with lots of pressure, but I think you 5 are incredible. Please do yourselves proud.
You are going to cook for us your star dish. A dish that you would be proud to put on your menu, should you own a restaurant, or publish in a cookbook. At the end of this, only 3 of you will be going through to the next round. Sadly, 2 of you will be leaving the competition. 1 hour and 45 minutes. Let's cook.
Well, we're asking them to really step it up today. I mean, they have to present a dish that customers would be happy to pay for.
That's a big brief for an amateur. That's bearing their soul. That means their food's got to establish their style.
I like Mike. His food is in the roots of Italy, where his grandparents are from, but he brings modernity to it.
Mike's got great technique. He's got the knowledge and he's got style, and he's truly ambitious.
It definitely feels like the sharp end of the competition now. And the sort of dreams and aspirations of opening my own restaurant seems almost in reach, but you're only as good as your cook on the day, so we've just got to keep going.
Mike, what are you making for us?
Tuscan's flavoured pork belly, which has got some fennel seeds, a bit of paprika, palm anna, some black pudding and apple bonbons, apple and white port gel, spiced cider jus, parsnip puree, and some salsify as well.
Whoa! You take a lot of inspiration from your Italian nonna.
Yeah.
Is she proud of you, do you know?
Every time I talk to her, she sort of bursts into tears, so she's very proud, yeah.
You got a girlfriend. Is she still your taster?
To be honest, she's absolutely sick to death of trying it all. Yeah, she doesn't eat pork either, so this hasn't been her favourite dish, considering there's black pudding, bacon, pork belly.
This would be on your restaurant menu. What sort of restaurant would it be, Mike?
I really like the idea of a nice gastropub.
Would there be a table by the window for me and John?
Absolutely, yeah. You can eat for free, don't worry. John will have to pay, but...
The amount of different elements on Mike's plate is astounding. Piece of pork belly needs to be nice and soft. Palm anna needs to be lovely and crispy on the outside. And then the inside should almost be the texture of buttery mashed potato. The cider sauce has to be well spiced and can't be too sweet. It seems to me that he wants to show as much as he possibly can. But I wonder if there's too much on it.
From here, I just need to make sure my jus reduces down. I've got to get my Cavallonero in, and I'm just doing the black pudding bonbons now. And then everything else is in the lap of the gods, really, so let's see how we get on.
15 minutes gone. Flies, doesn't it? 15 minutes gone.
Laura's showed us food from all around the world, but she's extremely proud of her Scottish roots.
She does classic dishes, but she puts her own take on. I like her style. Her dishes are always well presented.
I've lived this dish since the last time I was here. Practiced so much, I could actually cook this in my sleep now. I want them to taste how much that I want to continue in the competition. That's what I want them to see.
What is your dish today, please, Laura?
So I wanted to champion smoked haddock because we used to have smoked haddock poached in milk regularly when I was small, and I thought it would be a good idea to do a take on a fish pie, but I wanted to kind of try and elevate it to look beautiful. So I'm making a nest of creamed mash, and then the fish is going to be in it.
In your cookery dreams, where would I be likely to see this as a customer?
Hopefully in my restaurant in the future. That's a big dream. Entering this competition, I had no aspirations to think that I could ever get past the first round, let alone have a restaurant, but the more I get into it, I'm absolutely hooked.
Laura's taking the elements of a fish pie and then she's going to put it together in her own way. A cylinder of mashed potato, which is hollow in the centre. The smoked haddock goes in the middle. A mixture of parsley, capers and breadcrumbs across the top, and then hollandaise on the side. The reason a pie works is it has the right amount of fish, the right amount of sauce, the right amount of topping. By taking it apart, it could actually endanger its beauty.
30 minutes gone. 30 minutes gone, guys. Smells good. I love the taste of Letitia's food. She has obviously got a really well-refined palate.
What she's got to get right in this round is presentation. She understands how to make great-tasting food. Now it's got to look as good as it tastes.
This dish has been one of the most stressful dishes I've ever prepared. I wanted to make something that looked restaurant standard, but still had my roots. So I've tried to incorporate the flavours of the Caribbean.
Letitia, what are you going to make for us?
A chicken ballantine stuffed with roasted red peppers and callaloo, a green leafy vegetable similar to spinach from Jamaica, sweet corn puree, sweet potato croquettes, and I'm going to make a chicken sauce to go along with that.
It's got your name on it, OK? It's got Chef Letitia on it. Where would it appear?
It looks like it's from a restaurant. That was my vision when I put the dish together. I don't feel like I'm just a Bob Standard home cook. It's been elevated. My poor daughter's having jus and callaloo and ballantines. I don't know many 11-year-olds that have that sort of food, so, yeah.
More importantly, is she eating it?
She is eating it. She's a foodie. She loves it.
A huge amount of technical work. A chicken ballantine. Chicken needs to be cooked all the way through and seasoned very, very well. On the side of that, we've got a sweet potato croquette. It needs to have a lovely crispy outside of breadcrumb. Sweet corn puree, well seasoned and nice and fine. Right now, I'm a bit worried because chicken sauce is not on yet. A good chicken sauce in an hour, that's pushing it. Jackie has wowed you and I with food from all over the world. Whether it be a cataplana from Portugal or whether it be a duck poutine from Canada.
Jackie's a class act. She cooks for her family regularly, and her food is exciting. I think she's a really, really good cook.
I kind of thought if you open a restaurant, you've got to cook from your heart. It's your food, it's your passion. Now that semi-finals, you've got to really think, I need to do something here, a little bit different.
Jackie, forgive me, you look slightly nervous today, and I haven't seen this before from you.
I think probably I've given myself a hell of a lot to do today.
Too much?
I'm not sure, time will tell.
What are you making, please, Jackie?
Saffron chowder, which is done with haddock and clams. And then I've also done a crab, some quail eggs, and I'm going to make a crab Scotch egg.
Oh.
And some Jerusalem artichoke and turnip crisps.
Anything else with this dish?
There's a cornbread.
Now, I know you've travelled all around the world. You take inspiration from all around the world. Where's the inspiration for this dish?
It's used my usual mishmash. Chowders can eat. Obviously, you eat chowder all the time in Canada. And when we're in South Africa, we seem to eat a lot of quail eggs and a lot of seafood.
So on your travels, a bit of Canada and a bit of South Africa?
Yeah.
If people were going to see this dish from you, Jackie, where would they see it?
It's one of them that I'd put out on a blog or something as one of my recipes. What I want to do is try and get people to cook things maybe they wouldn't, challenge themselves a little bit, to start getting people who buy packet food to cook a little bit more.
Chowder needs to be really, really rich, with fish that just flakes and little bits of clams that are bouncy inside. With that, we've got a quail's egg, which has been wrapped in crab meat, so it's like a quail crab Scotch egg. That's going to be really hard work to get right, because crab meat is fine and it falls apart. And a nice runny yolk, please. Alexina's made a great impression on this competition and is willing to take a risk.
She does different flavour and ingredient pairings. I think she's incredibly exciting.
Ultimately comes down to flavour. Like, you need to put a good tasting plate of food in front of the judges. If you go for bold flavours, there is a risk that they're just not going to like it.
Alexina, what are you making for us?
Jerk pork with a carrot and lemon puree, coconut savoy cabbage, butternut squash fondants, and a pineapple and scotch bonnet salsa, and a jerk sauce.
All those chilies you've got in there.
They're mostly going into the marinade, but there's also going to be scotch bonnet going into the salsa. I think you need that sort of heat to help balance the sweet flavours.
I'm not arguing. I trust you. Why have you decided to do this?
I am half Caribbean. My grandmother was a great cook, and whenever, you know, any Caribbean family, when you go over to your grandmother's, there is so much food.
Where does this dish appear?
I think you'd see this in a cookbook. I don't think I would stick to one cuisine, but I don't know how I would bring the different influences I had together into a coherent book.
Jerk pork sounds wonderful, but there are about 20 chilies in that seasoning. And then she's got sweetness coming from the butternut squash and also the coconut through the cabbage. And pineapple and chili, so she's got to get the balance absolutely right. I'm fascinated by it. Just 10 minutes. 10 minutes left. Leave yourself enough time to put on the plates beautifully.
These five are going to have to be at their absolute best today, John, because we have got Michelin-starred Marcus Waring coming in here today to help us make a decision.
There's pressure in the MasterChef kitchen. There's even more pressure when you get into the semi-finals. And I'm looking for star quality. I want to be wowed by points of detail, great presentation, great flavour combinations. There's always some cracking chefs come out of this competition, and I can't wait to try the food.
Couple more seconds. Couple more seconds.
How's the pork?
Possibly slightly under. So
What are you going to do?
pop it on the stove quickly.
You have just 2 minutes. Quick, 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 quick.
Oh, I just dropped the chicken on the floor.
Yes, very nice.
Heart failure.
That's it. Stop. Stop. Time's up, I'm afraid. Time's up.
Whew, that last 5 minutes.
Got it down to the wire, as per usual. Bit stressful at the end.
This is a MasterChef semi-final. It's a big day, and we are going to have to make a big decision. So we have called in some help. Can I introduce you to professional MasterChef judge, Marcus Waring?
Oh, my God.
Good to see you all. I am really looking forward to this. I can't wait to taste your food.
Laura, if you're ready, please.
Jazz musician Laura has made her take on a fish pie. Mashed potato filled with smoked haddock, topped with parsley, lemon and breadcrumb gremolata, and a parmesan crisp, with tempura capers and a lemon hollandaise sauce.
Love the cookery of the fish. The gremolata on top is delicious. The little berries that you've deep-fried show a lovely little touch of skill, and they bring a lovely acidity to the plate. I like the idea. I like your thinking, but it's a little bit on the dry side. It needs more hollandaise to pour into it.
Right.
It's really elegant. Love that you've only got this small little thickness of mashed potato around the outside, and inside it is this generosity of smoked haddock. I think your hollandaise is really nicely made. But a pie is about the luxury of the sauce that goes with it.
That smoky, flaky fish with the crispy saltiness of those capers, I'm really, really enjoying. It tastes good.
I'm very relieved it's over. I know I needed more sauce, but yeah, I was really happy with the comments. Really happy.
Retired nurse Jackie's dish is smoked haddock, clam and saffron chowder with a crab quail Scotch egg, turnip and Jerusalem artichoke crisps, served with cornbread.
It's a nice-looking plate of food. It's a professional-looking plate of food. Very nice.
Thank you. Oh, my gosh.
We've got ourselves an oozy yolk. I like the flavour of your chowder. You've got the smokiness of the haddock, a little bit of saffron, not too much saffron, which I'm pleased about. Your Scotch egg, it's good. I like the crab on the outside. Then you've got the lovely sweetness and saltiness of those clams. I like it.
Thank you.
To get the yolk beautiful and runny is a skill in its own right. If you're going to put clams on the plate, let's put more of them on there. I would really like to see some clams scattered into the dish. The cornbread, for me, I want it to be a little bit lighter, a little bit on the bland side, and I just like a little bit more flavour.
This chowder is really well seasoned, but there's no mistaking. We've got little bits of burnt turnip. That's quite bitter. I'm completely in agreement with Marcus over this cornbread. It's not got enough corn flavour and it's not got enough seasoning.
There was obviously elements that I could have improved. I kind of thought about putting cornbread on or not, but maybe I didn't need to do that.
Business manager Alexina has served jerk pork loin, butternut squash fondants, coconut Savoy cabbage, pineapple and Scotch bonnet salsa, carrot and lemon puree, and a jerk sauce.
Wow.
Wasn't expecting that. Someone call the fire brigade. My house on fire. I like your ideas, I like your thinking. I can see the style of food that you're trying to cook. The puree on the plate is lovely and sweet and smooth. Lovely, vibrant colour. But the Scotch bonnet on the plate just absolutely just knocks this dish out. You completely lose the beautiful delicateness of the meat. My palate is just on fire.
There is ferocious chilli in with that pineapple, and I really enjoy it. The pork, you did the right thing. You sliced it, you tried to get more heat on it. It is pink, that's fine. I like your fondants. They're cooked all the way through, they're buttery, they're sweet. The coconut flavour on the cabbage, that works.
I like the way you play with flavours. Your whole palate is alive with smoky chilli, sweet chilli, sharp chilli, sweetness of pineapple. Your dishes have always been divisive, and this is going to be the same.
At least I think the food will lead to discussion. I'm not sure I would have ever won Marcus over with that dish because it might just not be his preference in terms of flavours. So, yeah.
Accountant Letitia has cooked a jerk spiced chicken ballotine stuffed with red peppers and callaloo, sweet potato and sage croquettes, sweet corn puree, and a chicken sauce.
I really appreciate how much work you're putting in to the appearance of your dish. I really like the smoky red pepper in there. Callaloo, I like it. It's like spinach, but slightly more bitter. I love the sweet corn puree. It's thick. It tastes like creamy, creamy sweet corn.
Thank you.
I like the sage inside your sweet potato croquettes. The seasoning around the outside of the chicken, I think that's good, but it's going quite dry. The sauce itself is not reduced enough. It's just quite salty chicken stock.
The balancing has been nicely rolled and nicely put together, that I agree with John, is just slightly dry. Your sauce making, ooh, not good. It needs body, it needs a bit of flavour, it needs some TLC.
When I saw Marcus walking into the kitchen, I was like, oh no. I think because deep down I knew I had an element that wasn't great. Sauce is going to be my absolute downfall. Ooh.
Sales manager Mike has cooked Tuscan roast pork belly, flavoured with fennel and paprika, a crackling crisp, parsnip puree, cavallonero, white port and apple gel, black pudding bonbon, pom anna with sage butter, and salsify wrapped in bacon, served with a spiced cider jus.
That is a professional-looking plate of food. Complex cookery, this.
Thanks.
Absolutely delicious plate of food. The pork, you've looked after it. Who doesn't like a bit of crackling? The potato, beautifully cooked, nice and crispy. The parsnip puree is smooth, it's like silk. Yeah, wow. Beautifully executed, beautiful in its presentation, a professional bit of cookery. Well done.
I love your combination of flavours. Fennel across the top of the pork, the bacon wrapped around that salsify with mustard and honey. So it's almost as if I'm eating a pig in blanket. Love the apple gel because it's sweet and it's sharp at the same time. I think it's really well done.
Thanks.
That is luxurious. It's a proper indulgent dish, Mike. I'm enjoying every single mouthful.
I can't believe that Marcus loved it. Cloud 9, really, in terms of the feedback. Thanks.
I've really enjoyed my day today. Great to taste your food. Your food is a reflection of your personality, and I saw a lot of that today. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Off you go.
We've just judged a fantastic round. 2 go home, 3 stay in the competition. What are we going to do?
There's one cook who actually impressed all 3 of us, and that was Mike with his belly of pork.
I thought it was properly indulgent, buckets and buckets of flavour.
Mike's got himself a place in the next round. The other 4, though, weren't fault-free.
Jackie, her chowder tasted great. On top of that, we had a crab scotch egg. This is showing quite a bit of skill. However, we had quite a bland cornbread on the side, and she had burnt some of the turnips.
Alexina dares to be different and makes food that can be divisive, and she's done that in this round.
I really like the smokiness. I really like the chili heat. Marcus was unnerved by it. Letitia today wanted to bring us Caribbean flavours. Smoky red peppers and that callaloo. I really like that, but chicken going a little dry.
And the sauce did not work.
Laura showed great invention today. She gave us a fish pie that we'd never seen before.
Inside it, we had the flavours of smoked haddock, which was delicious, but all of us agreed on one thing. It needed more sauce, because it was going dry. We've now got to make a decision. 2 of these cooks are going home.
Of course I want to go further, but whatever happens, I'm going to wish everybody else the best if they go through. And have 2 bottles of wine.
Obviously, the 3 judges have different preferences, so if I get voted out today, I will be pretty upset.
I hope I've done enough to stay in the competition. I think there was enough taste in that dish to make it work, so I hope they feel the same.
I would love to go to the next step because it's going to open another chapter to improve myself, so I really would love that.
great food today, but as you know, only 3 of you will be going through to the next round, which does mean that, sadly, 2 of you will be leaving us.
The first contestant staying with us is Mike. Yay! The first person leaving us Letitia. Thank you, Letitia. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
The second contestant leaving is Jackie.
Thank you.
Jackie, thank you.
Thank you.
Loved having you on.
Thank you. Thank you. I've absolutely loved this experience doing MasterChef. I feel really proud that I got to the semi-final, and I really wish them all the best of luck.
I didn't think I'd get this far. I did my best and some, so I'm happy.
Congratulations. Very, very well done. You are getting better and better, and the competition is getting bigger and hotter.
We're going to be sending you 3 to one of London's top restaurants so you can experience for the first time a professional kitchen.
It's early morning, and the 3 remaining semi-finalists are about to face the intense pressure of their first professional restaurant service. At the Gamebird restaurant in the Stafford Hotel in London's St James.
It's absolutely a terrifying thought to be working in an actual restaurant.
The chef rights feel official now. I'm ecstatic. I just can't believe I've made it through to this round. Really, really excited.
Impressing a chef in their kitchen is the dream, really. I'm a little bit nervous about cooking someone else's food for the day because I know how much my plates mean to me.
In charge is award-winning food writer and chef Ben Tish, who has over 20 years' experience in the restaurant world. Originally from Skegness, Ben fell in love with food and cooking at an early age.
Growing up, I used to spend a lot of time with my grandmother, and she was the most amazing cook. Roast dinners, cod with parsley sauce, that kind of thing. But everything she made tasted absolutely delicious. I definitely got her to thank for where I am now.
After a classical college training, Ben spent his early years mastering his trade with mentor, Michelin-starred Jason Atherton, while working at some of London's most groundbreaking restaurants.
Being chef, you've got ultimate creativity. You know, it's such an exciting thing to be able to do. Be able to create something and giving people pleasure.
After 11 years at the critically acclaimed Salt Yard Group, in 2017, he became chef director of the Stafford Collection, overseeing 3 London restaurants, including the Gamebird.
It's a contemporary British restaurant. My food is unpretentious. I've never been into kind of frippery and putting things on the plate for no other reason than to taste good. We cook the classics, but with a little creative flair and bring them up to kind of the modern day. I'd be lying if I didn't say I was apprehensive. It's amateurs in the kitchen. We're going to be teaching them new things in a very short space of time. We've got demanding guests, we've got expensive ingredients, so there are things that could go wrong. Hi, everyone. Gamebird is a modern British restaurant where we focus on well-executed simplicity. We can't have guests coming in from the outside, so we will be cooking for the hotel workers, who are probably harder to please than the guests, I'll be honest with you. You know, some of them have been here many, many years. They know the dishes inside out, back to front, and they will certainly voice their opinion if anything's wrong. It's going to be a very busy morning. We've got lots to do, so I think we should crack on, yeah?
To give the semi-finalists a taste of life as a professional, they will have 3 hours to each prepare a dish for a 3-course tasting menu. Laura will be responsible for Ben's hand-dived scallop starter.
It is a delicious dish, yeah, it's one of my favourites. Cauliflower and scallops is a classic combo. It's a luxurious dish, but simple flavours, there's nothing to hide behind. Laura, have you ever cooked scallops before?
I have cooked scallops before, but probably not the way you cook scallops.
It's all about caramelisation on top and make sure you don't overcook them. The cooking of the scallops, notoriously difficult. There's a fine line between undercooking and overcooking. And you see, that's the caramelisation you're looking for.
Laura will also have to juggle 3 cauliflower garnishes, a cauliflower puree,
It smells wonderful. This is definitely my kind of food.
roasted cauliflower, and shaved cauliflower.
Just dress it with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of lemon juice. There's a lot of last-minute finishing on this dish. Timing is key on this.
The final element is a scallop roe veloute.
And that's it. It's all about that cooking of the scallops, yeah? So if you do that, you'll be all right.
OK.
Laura's first job will be to shuck and clean 50 scallops.
Some of them are quite hard. They don't want to open.
The scallop prep takes some technique. They've got to get the right amount of pressure on the scallop knife to open it, and then take the scallop meat out of the shell without leaving any scallop meat in the shell.
It's quite easy to cut that top part there, so I'm just trying not to do that. This is pretty time-consuming. I'm trying to go as fast and as accurately as I can.
For the first time in the competition, Mike will be cooking with fish, tackling 2 types of seafood in a classic cod main.
Looking at this monster piece of cod. So I used to cook a lot of fish. I've recently moved in with my girlfriend and she's actually allergic to seafood, so I haven't cooked it for a little while.
Right in there, that's the kind of the sound you want. Pan roasting cod is not an easy fish to cook. If you overcook it, it falls apart. And if it's undercooked, it's chewy. You want a nice caramelisation on this presentation side. Golden brown and crisp, yeah? That's what it's all about.
The cod is served with a chowder infused with mussels, which must be added last minute.
That sauce cannot sit around. You know, if the mussels are sat there in sauce, they overcook. They become like bullets and unpleasant to eat.
Plating starts with a pickled fennel relish.
Put all the mussels around the outside. Smells so good now.
Very aromatic.
And then our fish, like so. And then finally, Jerusalem artichoke crisps. It's quite full on. There's a lot of pan work, you know, timing, checking, turning. It's going to be a rock and roll hour or so, yeah?
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, I'm absolutely buzzing to be here. Just nervous about how much prep I've got to do, so yeah.
Have you done any fish filleting before?
I haven't, no.
You haven't? OK, well, it's the first time for everything. Today's the day. Filleting a fish requires some technique. We'll need to make sure that they're not leaving any cod meat on the bone. Also, they'll then need to get nice, clean portions from the cod. Take your time, don't rush it.
Just try not to damage the flesh.
It's not too bad. It's a little bit mangled at the side. We've got another one to do, so we can do a better one next time, yeah?
Yes,
OK?
chef.
Across the kitchen, Alexina is roasting off pigeon bones for a sauce for the restaurant's signature dish, titled the Game Bird.
Have you ever cooked pigeon before?
I've never cooked pigeon before.
But you like pigeon?
I do love pigeon,
OK, well, that's a good start. This dish has been on since we opened. Pigeons are notoriously difficult to cook. They're very lean, so there's no fat. All we're doing is just sealing it. So that's crisped up nicely already. Then we're going to pop that in the oven. We just want the pigeons cooked just pink. If they're overcooked, they're not nice.
How long is it going in the oven for?
For about 8 minutes.
In the time it takes for the pigeons to roast, Alexina will have to glaze stuffed pigeon legs in a sticky meat sauce.
And you can see that beautiful shine on the legs,
gorgeous, yeah?
And bring together 4 vegetable garnishes.
Pop your mushrooms in, parsnips and potatoes, habanero, give the pan a little shake.
Yeah.
With each bird cooked to order, she can't afford any mistakes when carving.
A little slice down the back,
Yeah.
turn it round, and then just
Yeah.
gently cut through. A little bit of the parsnip puree around. Fresh blackberries on there, just for a nice bit of sweetness.
The dish is finished with a bull shot consommé sauce.
So the bull shot is kind of an old-fashioned drink that you used to have on game shoots, which would be like a game or a beef broth that was laced with booze. But we do a sauce with it here. Do you like that?
Yeah, it looks fantastic.
Yeah? Great.
I feel like you made it look easy. It's probably not going to be as easy.
Alexina's sauce will need to simmer for at least 90 minutes to ensure a rich, deep flavour.
This consommé is the priority, yeah?
Yeah, no,
Not only have you got to
absolutely.
cook it out, you've got to clarify it, that has to be going on next,
Yeah, that's going to be going on
OK, all right,
shortly.
good. It's a slow process. You have to watch it. You have to just take it off at the right time, and then you have to pass it. It's got to be perfect.
It is not something I would probably cook myself. Looking forward to learning some of the classic techniques. It's out of my comfort zone, but I think that's better because I'm going to learn.
There's now just under 2 hours of prep until the first dish goes out.
It is pressurised. There's no two ways about it. You know, they're cooking intricate dishes, which are challenging even for highly trained professional chefs.
On the starter, Laura is still shucking scallops.
This wee dude is not happy. It's not... Aha! When you're cooking for 4 people and in your kitchen with your glass of wine, and it seems easy, but this is not.
Yeah, keep an eye on the time, but I think, you know, we need to kind of probably step it up a gear.
Yep. It's getting there. I'm trying to work faster, chef.
What I want you to do now is get onto the roe sauce, yeah?
Right.
So with the scallop roe sauce, we make a light, creamy velouté out of it. It doesn't want to be over-reduced, otherwise it becomes bitter. It doesn't want to be under-reduced, otherwise it's bland. And it needs to be silky smooth.
I've still got purees and sauces and cauliflower and everything to do, so yeah, it's a little bit scary.
With so much prep to catch up on, Laura needs to tackle several jobs at once.
I want to see multitasking. You're doing cauliflower, you're going back to the sauce, going back to the cauliflower. That's how you'll be set for service, and that's what I want to see.
Yeah, chef.
Excellent.
Thanks. Thank you, chef.
On the fish course, Mike has almost finished filleting and portioning his 2-whole cod.
Michael, yeah, he hadn't prepped fish before. I think he's done a pretty good job. It's not a straightforward task, and he's keen.
His other seafood challenge is to prep 2 kilos of mussels for the chowder.
Going good. I'm glad I've got the fish prepped and ready to go. I'm just conscious that we don't have long and there's loads to do.
As soon as the mussels are open, they're ready. If you go any further, you overcook them. Lovely. They're beautifully cooked, yeah? So we need to keep that pace.
Yes, chef. I am knee-deep in mussels at the moment. It's probably the fiddliest bit apart from filleting the fish. So I'm loving it. This is what I want to do. This is where I want to be. Steep learning curve, but I didn't expect anything else.
Alexina is adding the final flavourings to the consommé sauce, a whole chicken and 2 types of stock.
Oh my God, this is hard work. It's pressured, it's hot. Things are moving quite quickly, but that's the fun of it, really. It's amazing adrenaline rush.
Consommé's on. Amazing.
Yeah.
We can all relax. Not quite.
Not quite. Still lots to do.
All 3 contestants are now well into their prep.
Everybody, we're about an hour before we need to set up for service. Is that clear?
Yes, chef.
Yes?
Yes, chef.
Yes, chef.
Thank you. OK, so what have we got left on here?
My cauliflower's in the oven. I think it needs another minute.
OK, check it. Remember, just nice and tender. You'll know if it's ready.
Yeah, yeah.
You just need to check
and
it.
the sauce is reducing,
Do you need to keep an eye on that?
Yeah.
I'm just at the moment making the stuffing for the pigeon leg. Parsnip is being blanched for the puree and I need to get the legs seared. Constantly conscious of time.
Right, you all good, yeah?
I think so.
Come on, cleaning,
yeah, I'm on
getting
it.
organised, everything away, yeah? They need to step up the speed, I think. They've got to keep that eye on the service time. So we're just accelerating them a little bit.
On the starter, Laura is still working on her garnishes.
It needs to caramelise more, yeah?
Right, OK.
Nice and golden brown, yeah?
I'm blending my cauliflower puree and my sauce. I have to pass it through a sieve. It's all about timing and feel and making it perfect and not wasting the products.
It's very good. You need to give it a blast for another 2 minutes, add some salt, but that will be perfect. Very good, well done.
Right, OK.
Mike's also up against it. He's only just finished the painstaking task of picking mussels for his chowder. And he still needs to make his pickled fennel relish.
I just want to make sure that I deliver now. Whilst I've got a bit of momentum, just keep it going. God, that smells good. That smells so good.
Meanwhile, Alexina's got her sausage and pigeon offal stuffing made, but it now needs to go inside 30 pigeon legs.
Stuffed legs, they're fiddly little things, yeah? So you want delicate knife work on those.
Falling out. It's just a case of wrapping it in this cool fat, which will melt away when we cook it. I don't know if that's a very neat job, but... Well, it's about balancing precision and speed. I managed to do it as perfectly as possible in a quite quick time.
We're approaching service. We've got about half an hour before we need to set up for service.
Yes, chef.
Understood, yes, chef.
It's 12:30 and the specially invited guests are arriving.
Listen, we give our contestants some tough tests, but this is an absolute baptism of fire. I mean, this is a very smart restaurant, and this is beautiful food.
I hope they control their nerves and deliver something fantastic. Because if anybody knows the food of this restaurant, it's going to be the staff.
I'm very familiar with Ben's cooking, yeah, absolutely. I love his cooking. I eat often, yeah, often, whenever I can.
My job is recommending clients to dine, so, yeah, I've got to be very familiar with the menu here.
Prep is one thing, but, you know, where we'll live and die is the execution and the service. We've got the hotel team here today. We've got massively high expectations, so, yeah, it's going to be fun.
I've just got one more thing to blend.
Can we have everybody on their sections, please? We're about to start.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm a bit nervous about cooking that fish. I want to make sure that I absolutely nail that. All of this is for nothing otherwise, so...
Feeling excited about placing up, nervous. Yeah, pressure's going to be on.
It's not working.
Laura, how are we looking?
Just having a little bit of problem passing this through the sieve.
Come on, we really need to get ready now,
Right,
yeah?
OK.
Let's get it in a pan. Guests are sat down, ready, yeah? OK, first check on. 2 scallops to follow 2 cod to follow 2 pigeon. Yes.
Yes, chef.
Laura, yes, you're
Yes,
up.
chef.
Yeah, let's go.
Laura, we know, loves Scottish produce, and there are beautiful scallops around the Scottish coast, but Laura would never have had to have done this many so quickly.
And another check, please. 1 scallop to follow 1 cod to follow 1 pigeon. So please get 3 scallops on, Laura.
Yes, chef.
Laura, 4 scallops all day.
Oh, God.
Laura, are you listening?
Yes, chef.
As soon as they're in the pan, let's get the plates out. Yeah, make sure your puree's hot, your sauce is hot.
All of the work that Laura does here, it will mean nothing at all if she can't cook every single scallop to perfection.
Stressful.
OK, that pan looks very hot.
Yeah.
This is no good, this is no good, this is no good. Yeah, get rid of them, yeah. These are scorched, yeah? You need to put fresh on. They look good. Let's go, please, yeah? Toss it through, let's get it on.
Laura's first dishes are plated, but she's forgotten a crucial element.
Service chef.
Cauliflower.
Oh, man.
Come on, you got a pan on, quickly, come on.
She needs to quickly get her pan-roasted cauliflower garnish cooked.
Under severe pressure. It's excellent pressure, but it's heavy duty, so...
OK, great. Right, excellent, go.
Really well cooked, nicely seasoned, good presentation, very nice.
I would say this dish is definitely up to the game bird standard. It requires a bit of finesse and skill, so they did a great job. Yeah.
OK, next, you got 10 scallops on order.
While Laura gets on with her next orders, Mike is also underway with his cod.
So let's go with 4 cod, yeah? 2 and 2, please, yeah?
Yes, chef.
Come on, we need to get these cods in the pan, yeah? Remember what we talked about, the caramelisation, that's key. And on order, another 2.
Yes, chef. I don't think anyone can prepare you for how busy it actually is, but it's brilliant, to be fair. I just want to make sure that I get it right.
How long for the first cod?
These are 2 minutes, chef.
We haven't seen Mike cook fish yet.
We want it, when you touch it, to be flaking out and cooked all the way through.
The chowder needs to be really rich and still taste of mussels. So there's a huge amount of work here.
Is that chowder ready to go?
Yeah, I'm just going to add some mussels to it just before it's ready to roll.
Make sure that the mussels go round the outside. Don't want to be hidden by the cod. We're taking a bit too long on this. I see our restaurant manager out the corner of my eye. Means something.
Yes.
OK, great. And then you got your crisps on afterwards, yeah?
Yes, chef.
OK, let's go. You need to get another pan on. We need to do another 4, yeah?
Yes, chef.
Yeah, the cod was delicious, really beautifully cooked, really delicate, and there was a real punch to the chowder. This is as good as anything I've ever seen come out of the kitchen.
It was very, very tasty.
Alexina, so I'd like to go on 4 pigeons.
Why is that happening?
You got it a bit too hot, yeah? OK. I'd start again. You want a kind of a medium heat. We don't want to scorch the outside of the pigeon, yeah?
Just put some oil in the pan and left it to heat up, and then the next thing I knew, it was on fire. So let's hope that doesn't happen with the pigeon in it.
This food isn't really Alexina's style. She likes modern fusion. What she's going to learn here is classic, old-fashioned cookery technique.
With the pigeon in the oven, Alexina now has 8 minutes to warm her bullshot sauce through.
You've got your consommé ready?
Yeah, the consommé's ready.
Consommé should be rich and really well seasoned.
She also needs to glaze the stuffed legs.
So I think the legs are...
The legs look good to me.
And bring together her 4 vegetable garnishes.
OK, is that your pigeon?
Yeah.
If these breasts don't come out of the oven perfectly cooked, you can't quickly flash fry them in a pan. They have got to come out of the oven perfect.
So, Alexina, how's that first pigeon?
I think it's good.
It looks good from where I'm stood. Nice and pink, nice and juicy.
Yeah.
Good, good start.
Thank you, chef.
Have you seasoned those?
Yeah, no.
Toss it through, and then let's go, Alexina, yeah? Come on, we need to step it
Yeah.
up now, yeah?
Yeah.
Just fan it out a little bit more. We want to see that pink meat, yeah? Consommé in the jugs, and we're ready to go, yeah?
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
no.
that's fine. No more than that. And then after this,
Yeah.
we're going to go with another 4.
Okay.
The pigeon was beautifully cooked. The veg was all lovely. Lovely consommé. So, yeah, absolutely delicious.
The whole thing was really as it would be, as if one of our professional chefs had cooked it, so spot on.
With service in full swing,
OK, let's go.
Laura's losing track of her orders.
6 all day for now.
5, 6, 7.
7, that's fine.
My God.
How long, please?
4?
4 minutes. 3 minutes, please.
OK.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, chef.
And there's a problem in the dining room.
It's a little bit raw. It was quite raw. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, it's gone back to the kitchen, but they've obviously just flashed it and it's raw in the middle.
Yeah.
The yes is raw. Oh. OK, sorry, chef.
Right, one more on. It's got to be perfect, yeah?
OK.
Are you all right, Laura? How are you feeling?
A little stressed.
Under pressure?
Totally
Yeah.
under pressure.
This is how a busy service goes, you know? You can't hide on service.
That's it.
Mike is also struggling with the volume of orders.
So you've got 6 coming and 4 just come on order, please. Yeah?
Yes, chef.
This one is no good, yeah?
Because it's crumbled or
Yeah,
because
it's
overdone?
crumbled. It's overcooked. So we actually need to get 5 on, yeah?
Yes, chef.
Unfortunately, we're having to redo 3, so if you could just apologise to our lovely guests.
Whew. I'm still loving it, to be fair. I think it is really full on.
The pressure is also getting to Alexina.
Some of these are getting a bit dark, yeah?
Yeah, well,
Somebody bend
that one, take that one
Yeah,
out.
bend that. OK, good. So 5 coming up, yeah?
That one looks like it's maybe a bit under.
No, I think that's fine. But it's beautiful, but we do need to be conscious of time, yeah? Consommé on, legs nicely glazed, hot vegetables, yeah? Keep the pace up, doing well. You've certainly nailed the cooking of the pigeon and the carving.
Thank you, chef.
Everything on there?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Service, please.
Yeah.
Service is almost over. Laura's recooked the dish she had sent back
Delicious. A lot better.
and is on her final orders.
Let's get the scallops up. OK. Now, they look beautiful, yeah?
Yep.
Nice sauce. I'm happy with that. OK, let's go. Let's get the garnish on.
Service.
You did well there. You got, you know, it's a lot. It's a lot to do. It's a lot of pressure. So
Yeah.
I think you've done really well. Really happy. Thank you.
Thanks so much. It's really intense when you're cooking. You feel like you could burst into tears, but I didn't. I just kept focused, so I loved it. It was really stressful, but I absolutely loved it.
Really nice bouncy scallops. I'm absolutely loving the sauce. That's got real punch, real depth.
Cauliflower, roasted, also raw pickled, and then a puree is a first attempt. In this sort of environment, not bad. Not bad at all.
Make sure that last 3 is perfect, you know?
Yes, chef.
We're looking for that little crust.
Yeah, I've got it on these, chef.
Yeah, that's it. Very nice. Right, come on, let's get it garnished up. Let's rock and roll. OK, so be really careful with these, yeah? Beautifully caramelised, those. Call service, please, and all that.
Service.
OK, good, well done.
Thank you, chef.
And those last 3, they were your best fish.
Thank you, chef. That was seriously tough. I think there was, like, a couple of silly mistakes that I made that I'm a bit frustrated about, but I loved it. It was brilliant. I don't know how you go back to a 9 to 5 after that, so.
The cod, beautiful, falling apart in nice, thick, slippery flakes. Mussels, absolutely perfect. Neither slimy nor bouncy.
There's lots of process going on here and lots of things that Mike would have learnt from it.
Come on, this is the final push.
It's now down to Alexina to finish service on a high.
Bravo. Nice and hot. Puree?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Come on, guys, let's go. Last 5. Well done.
Yeah. Service, please. Thank you.
Good. Well done, Alexina. Everything was consistent. Everything looked lovely. That was actually spot on. I was really, really impressed.
Thank you, chef. This chefing job is not easy. It's hot, it's, you know, busy, it's hard graft, but that was really great fun. I enjoyed it a lot.
The breast itself has been cooked beautifully, but the leg, for me, is the best bit. Inside is the flavour of good old-fashioned stuffing. They're fantastic.
Really good consommé, rich, nicely cooked cabbage. I'll tell you what, I'm impressed.
After 6 grueling hours in a professional kitchen, lunch is finally over.
I think they've done a really great job. All 3 of them quite technical dishes, and I think they've really executed them very well.
There's a lot involved in the mise en place and also the service as well, so it's been very challenging, but I think they really rose to the occasion.
I'm exceptionally proud of myself for doing this. At my age, and I'm a mum, and it's not a normal thing that people do, so yeah, I'm really proud.
I think every round you go through, it makes you more and more passionate about the competition. I'm exhausted. My head's going to hit the pillow and I'm knocked out.
I've loved being in the kitchen. I was pretty gutted that I had to leave, to be honest. Could have stayed in there all day, helped them with dinner service, but it's just, yeah, really enjoyed it.
They're going to have to take all the lessons, all the criticism back with them, because what comes up next is a fight for a place in finals week.
Next time, it's the last of the semi-finals. As the 6 best cooks in this year's competition battle for a place in finals week.
We're cooked, we're cooked, we're cooked.
Oh, wow.
It's just absolute fireworks.